Hey fellas, how many times have you heard these phrases? Man up, suck it up, real men don't cry, grow up here. For decades we've been hearing these phrases and they've been thrown around and they're supposed to help mold you and shape you to be a better man. But honestly, is it doing that or is it holding you back? We're going to break down masculinity and how we should stop using these phrases. These phrases are outdated, out with the old and in with the new. Instead of belittling men, let's actually empower them and allow them to be themselves. With that being said, let's actually tap in. So this month is Men's Health Month. Most people think about men's health as being physical. And you know me, I'm all about mental health. But these two go together hand in hand. What is good is the physical without the mental part. Phrases like man up, suck it up, grow up here, real men don't cry, been thrown out for decades. And honestly, I'm tired of hearing it. How is a man supposed to be vulnerable, share his emotions, be able to express himself? Is that not allowed? Just because I'm a man doesn't mean I'm not human. Emotions do exist. And some people are going to be in the comments like, well, you're not a man because you're talking about emotions. And honestly, don't care. Nonsense. It is. Like, I'm just going to block it out. And I always say, where's the safe spot for a man to be vulnerable, to express himself, to share his emotions, to share his concerns about life? Life is so much complex. And as a man, I'm just supposed to be a robot and not share these emotions? Am I not supposed to cry? Am I not supposed to have doubt? If I'm not supposed to have fear, am I just supposed to just act like iRobot? I don't understand. I'm going to get into a rant. I'm going to apologize now because I was on my social media and on my timeline was this nonsense. This woman said, you can't be a man if you sleep on your stomach and have your ass in the air. How can you protect the house? How can you protect me? That's not a man. A man sleeps on his back and is ready to fight at will, ready to protect at will. And then I stroll past it and not even 2 videos later, there's a massive creator. He says, if a man doesn't make $250,000 per year, he is not a man. And it's just like, wow, people are thinking like this. And these people with massive followers. Then I strolled through again. And this one really irked me. It was a man judging another man saying, how can you be a man sitting down, getting your nails painted, having a cup of tea with your daughter? That doesn't make you a man. You better get up and tell your daughter she better play by herself because a real man doesn't sit there and have an intimate moment with his daughter. That's being a sissy. I just want y'all to let that sink in. After seeing that, I was frustrated. And that's what actually led to me talking about this topic because people still have that mindset. I read this article by Dr. Benita Chapman. And the article is called Males and Mental Health Stigma. She was saying that men rates are higher than women when it comes to anxiety and depression. And did you know men die by suicide 4 times higher than women? So let that sink in. Because of these phrases that's being thrown around for decades. And when she was talking about this was American men that she was doing this study on. And I was just fascinated by it. I was just like, wow, I can't believe not only people think like that. Where is the safe space? This really reminded me of a situation when I used to work for this company and I used to deal with high clients. And these clients were pretty much millionaires. And this client used to come all the time. And one day, his just energy, his mood was just off. And I was asking him, hey, what's going on? You seem different today. And he was just like, Herbie, do you know why I come here? And I was just like, to have a good time, to entertain yourself? And he's like, yeah, but honestly, I come here for people like you. I can sit here and I can express myself, be myself. I have so many questions and so many doubts. And you don't judge me. No matter what I say, you don't judge me. You still make me feel comfortable and safe. But he said, when I go home to my wife, I don't feel comfortable and I don't feel safe. I feel judged. And he was saying, because my wife expects so much from me financially. She loves material things. She has high taste in so many things. But my company is merging with another company. We're taking a risk. And I'm not sure if we're going to make as much money or we're going to make less. But if I tell her, I don't feel confident that she's going to stay with me. I feel like she's going to divorce me. And I was shocked by that. It's like, man, this guy comes here not because he enjoyed himself. He just comes here for the conversations to have a good time because he doesn't have a safe space. And he doesn't feel safe at home to communicate with his wife because he felt like she's going to leave him. And it's just something that's like, man, not once in his mind he thought about expressing himself. And I share that story because it's not about the money part. Some people may think if you make all the money that all your problems go away, but that just shows like no matter how much money you make, the problems are still there. It's all about communicating and creating that safe space for males. That actually made me think, why are we taught to feel isolated in our struggles? We can make a shift, not only within ourselves, but for one another. And that's actually going to segue into some powerful steps that I'm going to provide for you, whether you're struggling or someone you know is struggling. And here it goes. Step 1, recognize your pattern. When things get tough, what is your go-to move? Do you grab a drink? Do you zone out and watch TV? We all have coping mechanisms that we use, and it's important to understand your habits. Pay attention to them. There's no judgment here. I just want you to be aware of your habits. And if you realize this is a bad habit, you may want to start investing into some healthier habits. And that's going to lead to step 2. Step 2, start with small, healthier habits. If you realize that your habits is unhealthy when things get tough, you can start by journaling. And journaling can be a pen and pad, and you can express yourself that way. If that is something that you're not really fond of, you can use your phone, use a voice note, because most of us do more talking than writing. You can express yourself that way. Or you can use your phone and take pictures and create a picture journal for the day that you are not feeling good and for the days that you are feeling happy. So you can sit back and reflect and get the best version of yourself. That is one tip that you can use. And if you're someone that's like, man, journaling is not my thing, then you can also start small with meditating, walking around the park, going to the gym. And you don't have to necessarily go to the gym for 4 hours. You don't have to be there for 45 minutes. You can actually just get a small workout in. If you went to the gym for 5 minutes and you did that, good. Moving around is better than not moving around. And expressing yourself this way is healthier than grabbing a drink or sitting there just watching TV and zoning out. Step 3, reach out for support. Listen, therapy isn't about someone telling you what's wrong with you. It is having a safe space to talk, to process, to heal. A good therapist is not going to change you. They're going to empower you to be the best version of yourself. And sometimes that is exactly what you need. And sometimes you just need someone to listen. We all need someone in our corner, whether it's a friend, a therapist, a support group. Reach out, because you do deserve to be the best version of yourself. Before I wrap this up, what habits do you turn to when things get tough? Comment down below, share your story. If you know someone who can use this message, don't be scared to share this with them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on these conversations. Until then, I'll see you next time.